Hello everyone, my name is Dashy10 and today I'll be showcasing Pepsiman for the PlayStation 1. Before we start this run, there's a few things I want to mention. I am dubbing over the commentary on this run, and I am putting a new timer on the corner. The splits on the video that I recorded for had bad splits, so I'm updating it with new splits. Without further ado, let's get this started in 3, 2, 1... Go! We're going to be skipping the cutscene right here. But basically, all you need to know is there's a Pepsi employee with a flat tire, and he cannot make the Pepsi delivery, and the people, they need their Pepsi! So what is a better way to people to get their Pepsi than by Pepsiman giving the Pepsi to them? So yeah, right off the bat, we're going to be doing a bunny hop technique, which is basically, it's a sprint plus jump technique. This was unintentionally done by the devs, more than likely, and we're going to want to do the bunny hop as much as we can, but also in the safest way possible. So there's going to be some sections where we're going to see the bunny hops, and then some section where we're going to be just sprinting. Over here, the controls are reverted, so basically, if you tap left on the PlayStation controller, you're going to go right, and so on. And the best way for me to describe Pepsiman on the PlayStation is basically Temple Run. If any of you remember that game. Basically, Temple Run in the 90s. You're gonna want to not be too close to these trucks because you're gonna hurt yourself essentially. And just do the slide on that. We're gonna run towards the Pepsi truck, do some more bunny hops, and just like that, the first stage is done. And what is a better way to celebrate by with cold and refreshing Pepsi? And just before anyone asks, this Pepsi is exclusively for Pepsiman only. I am sorry, you cannot have Pepsi out of that. And as you can see, we're going to want to go for as least amount of Pepsis as possible on screen because of that timer right there. Or, not the timer, but the Pepsi counter. Coming up, we're going to level 1, stage 2. And it's going to be the same formula. Try not to get hit by the trucks. Try not to hit the citizens while still bunny hopping our way to the end of the stage. There are some techniques you can do to get your way on. There are some techniques you can do to speeding up the process. One of them is you can jump, you can sprint, and then you can jump on like the last 2 to 3 frames, and it'll still have your momentum for the jump. And now we're Tony Hawk at Sonic Adventure 2 land. What else can I say, ladies, gentlemen, and non-binaries? Hey! Yep. We're just gonna cruise our way through, and this is a one-hit death situation, so we're gonna want not to get hit over here. And just like that, we are running. Let's keep running. Let's keep sliding. Oh! That's okay. That's okay. We're still doing pretty okay in this run. Just run past the Pepsi truck, and there's the people that need their Pepsi. So let's give them their Pepsi. Just like that, scene 2 has been cleared. And there's going to be a cutscene that we're going to be skipping over here. Basically what happens in the cutscene is a Pepsi truck basically hit us. We went flying up in the air and we knocked down a Pepsi can. I don't know who the heck is in charge of. I don't know why the heck there's a bunch of stuff on the neighborhood or on the street. This is some dirty street, I'll tell you that right away. If I was living in San Francisco and if I just see stuff on the road while driving, I'd be very upset, personally. Basically, you're gonna want not to get hit here, and if you get hit 3 times, it's basically death by. It's basically you're gonna get run over by the can, essentially. So we're just gonna avoid it while we listen to the Pepsiman music. And that is stage 1. Coming up next, we're going to stage 2, and we're going to be skipping the cutscene over here. Well, all you need to know is, basically, there's a building on fire, and the fireman's got the fire under control, but the people up on top of the building are dehydrated, and they need Pepsi. I don't know why it can't be water, but sure, let's go along and roll with it. So yeah, we're in New York City, and I'm gonna be honest, I've never been in New York City, but this does not look accurate in my opinion. Okay, here we're just gonna keep on rolling. We're gonna want to avoid the Pepsi cans as much as we can. And just like with the other stage, with skateboard, this is a one-hit death area. So we're gonna want to avoid getting hit. We're gonna go for the checkpoint. We're basically gonna be sprinting now while doing the bunny hops. And this is one part of the game where your inputs can be eaten. So basically, when you press a button, it won't do anything sometimes, and you're gonna want to be very careful. Okay, that's fine. Okay, I did a technique right there that I'm going to be showing off or mentioning about soon. But basically, just want to be careful in this area. You don't want to go too fast, or else your inputs would be eaten. So I'm just playing it safe over here by doing the sprint slide, and just like that, stage 2, level 1 is complete. Gonna watch Pepsiman get that fine, refreshing Pepsi. Boom, just like that. I noticed something strange, but I can't figure it out. What's wrong here? Pepsiman! No! Can I go visit the Ninja Turtles while you're down there? Or no, tell them I said hi. I don't think I want to go down there. Okay, so here's the strat. Let's see if I can pull it off. Okay, so when you fell down on... in the beginning of the stage, you basically fell down, and you have a few seconds of invincibility. Basically, anything that tries to go by you, you won't get hit. Sadly, this takes away our running ability. So, if you do a slide, there's like 2 to 3 frames opportunity to basically slide and then run within the next 2 to 3 frames. So by basically mashing down down square and then mashing up square after, you can basically do an early run. Okay, enough of that. We're in the subway now, and I hope you like the Pepsiman theme song, because we're going to be hearing remixes throughout the entire game, whether you like it or not. Just keep on running, keep on running. We're gonna be doing the bunny hop. With these people, it's okay if you run over them. You're not gonna lose any time. You gotta want to avoid the Pepsis right there. Okay. You gotta be very careful here, because if you fall down, it's basically one-hit death. And let's go! Ah, shoot, we failed the stage. Wait, clear? What? Okay. I don't know what to say, but okay. Okay, so coming up we have the boss, which is the the red pizza truck. Excuse me. And just like with the level 1 boss, you basically, if you get hit 3 times, you're gonzo, essentially. I just noticed my mouse cursor's right there. I am so sorry. So yeah, just try not to get hit. And if you do get hit, it doesn't lose any time technically, but it's better safe than sorry. This is kind of a safe spot, and this will be a time for me to drink a Pepsi, but I'd rather just play it safe. I don't know about you, but that truck driver seems very bad at their job if they're just running stuff over like that. And you see, guys, I told you, it was red pizza. So coming up next, we're going to stage 3, level 1. And we're going to want to be very careful at the beginning of this, and I'll explain why in a second. But for the context, basically there's a plane that ran out of gas and flew down in the desert. The military got under control, but just like with the firefighters, they're dehydrated and they need their Pepsi. I don't know why water's not good enough, but okay. I think this is one of the rare times where drinking soda will make it worse, but I'm not a scientist. I'm I just run a game store. So with those trucks that we pass by, you're going to want to do a specific technique where you're going to want to count how many times you sprint, because if you sprint too fast, you're basically going to get sandwiched in between the trucks, and that was a one-hit kill. And here we have the logs. The logs rolling down our RNG base. The worst RNG luck to get is basically double bouncing logs like that, except twice in a row. We're not going to want double bouncing logs, but anything else is okay. So far, it seems pretty okay. Okay, and now, okay, look, I did not take the Pepsi, okay? You saw me not take the Pepsi, but apparently these bikers are mad claiming that I took their Pepsi, even though we have video evidence that I did not take their Pepsi. You guys saw I did not take their Pepsi, but why are they claiming I took their Pepsi? Tell me, why is this happening? I don't know. Even after me telling them, hey, I didn't take your Pepsi. Your Pepsi's right back there. They're still trying to hit me. Can you believe them? And yeah, you gotta be careful with those bikers, because depending how hard they hit you, if they hit you from the back, that's a one-hit death. But since I got hit in the front, that's just a small knockout. We're gonna slide our way through the washer, and we're done with this stage. Let's give Pepsiman a break by a quick donation. So if there's any donations to read, now would be a good time. Okay, so coming up, we have the second stage on the third level. And basically, we're in the middle of nowhere. Basically, I don't even know if this is New Mexico or Arizona. So you're going to want to bunny hop here, but you're going to want to be careful with the bisons. They're not a one-hit death, but they're very scary, and they come out of nowhere, like that one right there. Gonna keep avoiding the Pepsi still. We're going with this checkpoint. You're going to want to be very careful with this part, because the collision on the bridge doesn't exist sometimes. So even if it looks like you're about to beat it, nope, it can kill you. And it's probably, that's honestly my least favorite part of this stage, which is the bridge. And anything that you hit, not the bridge falling down, could be a one-hit kill also. And yeah, that type of stuff happens. It is what it is. We're gonna go for the checkpoint right here. We're gonna continue bunny hopping our way. And this part can be very scary depending on the type of TV you have. I prefer running this on a monitor just because of like how bright it is, because I can't imagine playing this on a CRT and it's just dark as night. Okay, want to slide right there. Avoid the Pepsi cans as usual. Okay, these minecarts can actually spawn too early sometimes or spawn too late. It's kind of unpredictable, even if you're going fast. So I like to slow down on that part just to be safe. And okay, that right there, I got lucky because I could have got squished and got a one-hit death right there. Gotta be careful with the minecarts, and the same with these rocks right here. Those are one-hit deaths. And boom, the people are saved by Pepsi. Yeah, pshaw! They got their Pepsi. The stage has been cleared. Roll the credits. I'm just kidding. We're not done with this run just yet. We're going to be skipping some cutscenes, but to make it clear, apparently the bisons are pissed at us. And they hit us. And now, there's a bunch of rolling logs going our way. I'm going to be honest. I was a dumb kid. I never took physics in high school. But I don't think that's how logs work. I don't know about you, but something ain't right here. And basically, this is what I would consider the first hard boss, because there's items, because in the first two bosses, there's items in front of you that you can hit, and now there's items behind you, and because of this, if you essentially get hit the first time with the item behind you, you're going to get closer, and you're going to have less of a reflex time. So, I'm dodging this because this is all pattern-based for me. Just as a random fun fact, I've been playing this game for almost 20 years. I'm not even kidding. I got this game when I was 6 years old, and I am 25 at the moment. I beat this game before my cousin could beat it. Oh, I forgot to do that. That's fine. Okay, coming up next, we're going to 4-1, and essentially, Pepsi City is messed up.
That's all I can really say. And basically the citizens of
Pepsiville, or whatever Pepsi City this is. Basically, Pepsiman has to go to the center control, or the center of Pepsi City right here to try to fix it. Okay. We're gonna want to be careful here. Okay, I got hit twice. Yeah, there's no collision on those if you just slide, funny enough. We're gonna bunny hop our way through here while being careful with the cars coming up ahead. Okay. Yeah, I don't know where that third one spawns. It just breaks logic sense. And we're gonna come back to this mechanic. Reverse controls! Yay! Everyone's favorite! Just go left over here. We're gonna zigzag our way through here. Sometimes the Pepsi cans are unavoidable. It is what it is. Okay, we're gonna cheese our way through here and just spam right on the controller, but going left in game. You can cheese your way through that part. We're gonna continue doing the bunny hop. Oh my lord. That police truck, or police car got on fire. Okay, just be careful over here. You're gonna want to time your runs correctly, otherwise you will get hit. Pepsi Man. And we're gonna let Pepsi Man get a refreshing cold drink, because why not? This would be a good time for a donation. Over here we have the most infamous level in the game, and basically the most meme-ish stuff you can imagine. We're going in the Pepsi factory, and if you can beat this level without dying once or getting hit, I will go over there and give you $1. Look, this doesn't look hard on screen, but I can assure you, this is one of the hardest things you'll ever play. And the following signs, sometimes they have a collision, sometimes they don't. So if you like fast sprint or fast sprint slide, you can go through the collision no problem. Okay, we died over there. It is what it is. This level is no joke, ladies and gentlemen, and non-binaries. You can get your inputs in here, just like in 2-1. Yeah, like I said right there, there's no collision at all. Just gotta be super careful. Okay, we're done with that part. And now we're going to the other half of the factory. I don't know, I'm not an engineer, but this does not look like it was planned appropriately. Having a bunch of pipes like that out of, like, nowhere, they should be higher. But hey, what do I know? I'm just a business student. Avoid the Pepsis right here. Well, try not to get hit by those. And same deal right here. We got hit there, but that's okay. I don't know what happened there. Okay. This is probably the most infamous part of the game. So, even though I'm recording my commentary over, this is going to be the only part of the game where I need to concentrate. So I'm just going to be quiet for consistency's sake. And just like that, we have completed the stage. Pshaw! Pshaw! Also, shout out to South America. I don't know why South America specifically is on the screen, but it is what it is. Yeah, let's cheer for Pepsiman. Let's go! Okay, basically we skipped another cutscene, but the giant Pepsi just fell down. And here's the most ATM or APM you're ever going to see in your life, which is ads per minute. Look, you got Pepsi mailboxes, giant Pepsi cans, and then giant Pepsi drinks on the side. And just like with the level 3 boss, you're going to want to be very careful not to get hit here, because the items are coming from the background to the foreground. And if you get hit once, it's going to be hard for you to beat the stage. And like I said, I've been playing this game for over almost 20 years now, so I kind of knew the pattern. Okay. Don't get hit. Don't get hit. Okay, one more hit and we'll get squashed into the Pepsi can. Just like that, but that's okay. That's fine. We're gonna try this again. And this would be a perfect time for donations to end the run off. Say goodbye to the Pepsi mailbox. Goodbye, Pepsi mailbox. But yeah, this is, when it comes to this part of the game, it's just basically memorization of the patterns. Because I can tell you right there, I knew that the Pepsi cans on the left was going to go by faster, and I knew there was 2 jumping ahead, so that's why I went right instead of jumping to right. Because I knew ahead of time. Okay, we got time coming up in about 10 to 15 seconds. And time! 21:55. Okay. That is amazing. Let's go. Just like that, Pepsi Man has been complete. And you know what? Because I'm a good noodle and you guys have been good noodles, I'm going to show you the cutscene right here.
You got it! Yeah! Yeah! Woo! Everybody Pepsi! Drink Pepsi!
Pepsi, only my choice.
And yeah, just like that, that is Pepsi Man. Before I end this video, I'm just gonna say a few things. It's honestly a shame that we didn't get this game in the US, because I feel like this would have been one of those like hidden gem titles that you would see in like various YouTube videos. And I'm surprised that the development team is so small. It's just a shame they filed for bankruptcy. Also, look at those look how many cans this guy has drank. Holy moly! Also, for those of you who don't know, this is Mike Butters. He was in the Saw movies and other movies. He's actually a very nice person to speak with on Twitter.
Pepsi is...
Excuse me.
Yeah. As someone who has a chance of getting diabetes, I would be scared drinking that many Pepsi. My family has diabetes issues, and holy moly, I would be scared if I drink that many Pepsi. What's inside the Pepsi can? So yeah, that's Pepsi Man. Thank you, Games Done Quick Committee, for watching this video and for letting me have a chance at submitting this game to Summer Games Done Quick 2023. You're all awesome. Thank you so much. Have a good one.